Greetings, dear listeners. Hope you're all doing well. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm standing on a stool in the middle of a parking lot. And no, I'm not going to make a speech. Well, I guess I sort of am. Anyways, this is the site of the famous Regina Riot of 1935. The famous Regina Riot of 35. And if you're a Canadian and you have no idea what I'm talking about, shame on you. You need to get down to the library and do some research. And allow me to recommend the following book, All Hell Can't Stop Us, The On-to-Ottawa Trek and Regina Riot by Saskatchewan writer Bill Waiser. That's Bill Waiser, All Hell Can't Stop Us. So get down there, read this, and learn all about it. And if you're an American, what the On-to-Ottawa Trek and the Regina Riot was kind of the Canadian version of the bonus march, the bonus marches, if you know what those were. So back in 1935, this area was a big open space which served as a farmer's market for produce from the surrounding areas and as a meeting place and a place where people held speeches and political rallies. And on July the 1st, 1935, the day of the riot, it was surrounded on the three open sides because directly in front of me was Fire Hall number 1, the rear of which is still there, which I'm looking at right now. It was surrounded on three sides by city police and RCMP who attempted to break up a political meeting. Now, I conduct a walking tour of this area, which is the Germantown area for Heritage Regina. And when I get to this point, I read the following script, which is largely based on the City of Regina's Heritage Walking Tour, as well as input from a number of individuals listed in the description. Uh-oh, here comes the authorities. They're still trying to break up this rally. Now, where was I? Yes, my script is largely based on information derived from the City of Regina's Heritage Walking Tours, link of which is in the description, as well as the input of a number of individuals who I've also listed in the description. Although I would particularly like to acknowledge Kenton De Jong, whose picture of the Municipal Justice Building, which was the police station in 1935, is the thumbnail picture. And I put links to Kenton's travel blog and YouTube site in the description as well. So, before I get interrupted again, I'm going to try to read the script. During the Great Depression, 1929 to 1939, the government of Canada constructed a large number of camps to house and use the cheap labor of more than 170,000 unemployed young men. The camps were often isolated with squalid conditions, and the rights of the men were extremely limited. For example, the men were paid very little, had limited access to medical supplies, and were not allowed to vote in federal elections. So on April the 4th, 1935, approximately 1,600 men staged a walkout from their camps in British Columbia and decided to travel to Ottawa, riding the railway. And no, they didn't buy a ticket. They were either riding in boxcars or on top of boxcars, planning to go 2,000 miles across Canada in order to present their demands to the government directly. The Prime Minister at that time being the Right Honourable R.B. Bennett, a Conservative from Calgary. Well, the trekkers stayed in Regina for 3 weeks and received significant support from the local population. But on July 1st, 1935, during a peaceful demonstration in Market Square, this is our 10th take, I'm losing my voice. During a peaceful demonstration on Market Square, RCMP and city police stormed the square, clubbing the demonstrators, firing tear gas into the crowds, and arresting the leaders of the trek. the ensuing riot spilled over into the streets of downtown Regina and carried on until the early hours of the next day, ending with the Regina police firing their guns directly into a crowd. Hundreds were injured, and Detective Charles Miller of the Regina Police Service and striker Nick Shack were killed. Both are buried in the Regina Cemetery on 4th Avenue. I'm now going to ask the lovely and talented camera crew to give us a panorama shot. It will show the back of Fire Hall number 1, the former Municipal Justice, well, the current Municipal Justice Building. It was the former police station in 1935. Heck, it's still the former Municipal Justice Building. Behind me, where their double doors are, was a flatbed truck where the speakers were that the police descended upon to arrest. So, sorry for this rather incoherent presentation, but let me know in the comments if you would like me to visit the grave sites of Detective Charles Miller and Nick Shack in the Regina Cemetery on 4th Avenue. So take it away, camera crew, and stay safe.